Then I married this husband, but I didn't know, he came with a huge back pain because I told you, I think when he was in Japan, we were playing soccer, 6 people piled on top of him and sort of dislocated his backbone spine right on the waist area. And then they have to carry him from the bathtub to the hospital because he's just disconnected. He couldn't feel anything. But that was when he was like 24, 5 years old. Well, a few hours later, or a few days later, I forgot, but he recovered. But then what happened was he didn't know until he was older, 30-some years old. In the middle of the night, I saw him shaking and sweat coming out, from his forehead as if there's oil or wax or something. And he was shaking with pain. That's how bad it is. His sister, who's a doctor, she called from Australia all the time, wanted him to take surgery, but he's very, very afraid of doctors and medicines. And finally, nothing worked for him. And he couldn't carry anything. But it's not that he couldn't walk. He walked very well. He ran and everything. He just couldn't use his hands to carry things that will put pressure on the calcified area. And then I used a Coil, and he says a bunch of shit, that kind of stuff. And it's a very bad temperament. So I put on the back of him, and he pretended to stand up and didn't want to try and all that kind of stuff. So I forced him, and I say, you're so fortunate that I found this, and you don't know, you're living in fortune, and you didn't even recognize. And then he just stopped and listened. And then he said, 1 month or 2 months later, one day he said to me, I think it's working. After 40 years, I think it's working. And then So I started buying a lot of other frequencies. So I went crazy, Infinity or whatever. And then when I joined Inner Circle, I told him, this is private. Only we get it, So I gave it to him. And then later on, 2 months later, he said, I began to walk faster. And I didn't know he couldn't walk fast because it hurts. He never said, he's the guy who's cut off his nail with a hunting knife and he doesn't put anything on. That kind of person. But this one hurts so much. And recently this week what he said to me, I think it's all gone. And I didn't dare to say anything because if I'm overjoyed, maybe I'll be disappointed. And he started cooking for me every single day, morning and night. He put food on my table. He make up my bed. And he asked me what I want next morning. It changes his mood. What I mean is it transforms him. And I got lucky too, if you know what I mean. Because I'm very shy. I lost job for like
So how long has he had this back problem for?
40 years.
40?
40.
And then now he has no more pain?
No, really. He said to me, just 2 weeks ago, so it's been almost 4 months we're using now, and then every day I just force him to sit in the sofa. If he get up, I would be there like a dog. And every time he said to me, facing me, thank you. We were from older generation. Men usually don't say that much thank you, you know what I mean? So, how could this happen? He does one surgery, a lot of people try many things and doesn't work.
So his personality and his mood completely
His personality changed, oh my God. He cooked for me, are you kidding me? If I complain, I don't want him recooked. This is crazy, I tell you. It's the transformation of the universe.